And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Roulette Rivals 8 matchup. This time we got a console matchup, winner bracket round 3, between Joker and Linux. And I'm joined for this shoutcast by Gordy. Hey, Gordy.
How you doing, mate?
And Mendo. How you doing, man?
Doing good in it.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. I hope you guys are excited for this one. It is a winner bracket, and it's a first to 6 match. So we could be here for a while. Let's hope for some good maps.
Yeah, this is the first time these players will have had to have practiced just more than the three that they know that they've got coming up. They've actually got some extra on the way. First one being Marrakesh, next one being Mendoza, the two they picked. But after that, RNG, they're in the lap of the gods there.
Yeah, and if you're curious and you want to know now, for those in chat, you can look them up in the matchup channel in the Discord. But for now, we'll keep it spoiler free. Of course, the casters know it already. But yeah, these two players, Linux, a returning rival, has played in multiple tournaments already so far. Experienced player, as you can also see in the lifetime performances here. Has played Marrakesh 3 times. And versus Joker, the rookie, but who has been playing really well, still in the winner bracket. What do you guys make of that?
Joker's actually a world record holder on Marrakesh, or used to be until I took it back. Thank you, Joker. But yeah, so he's been playing very well. I know he's very up in the community and keen to learn, very keen to learn, very young player. But with that youthful exuberance, he's well up for a scrap. He loves it.
Yeah, he's rookie by title, but definitely not rookie by gameplay for sure. He's been pretty solid so far.
Yeah, like I say, I know he's been chatting to the Lego stuffers, trying to get all the tips and tricks he can, practicing night and day when he can, and grabbing all the shoutcasts he can as well. Bless him. So that's.
I mean,
nice
that's what we like. That's what we like to hear, right?
Reminds
New
me of a
fresh blood
young
is always good.
Gordini Roy.
Ah, you. But yeah, Marrakesh, guys. What do you expect, or what would you hope to see in this one? What haven't we seen yet on Marrakesh on this in this tournament? We have quite a few Marrakesh already. What kind of spin didn't we get so far? What would be interesting?
I
Fire.
haven't seen a flying C4. Still waiting for that. Can't understand why that's not popping up in the spins.
Yeah, Mando makes a good point though. We haven't seen fire yet in this tournament for Marrakesh.
Yeah. Battle axe as well. Not a difficult one. It's just a pain in the ass to take anywhere.
Well, I mean,
Not,
there's two on the map. I mean, there's one at ground level, so you don't even have to go up and get the one buried in the aircon unit. And as long as you got a guard disguise, that's there for the taking, I suppose. But the fire one as well. Again, fire. People seem scared of it, but on Marrakesh, it's free pretty much. It's
Yeah,
a
but
phone
it
call.
just doesn't occur so often, and that's the thing, right? You just forget
True.
about it, right? How do you do it again? In what order do I have to do it?
Is it honeycomb? Is it cherry blossom?
That's the most important question, of
Is it
course.
call me maybe? I don't know. I mean,
But yeah, guys, we're a couple of seconds away from the first map between Joker and Linux. Gordy, will you do the honors for the first spin?
yeah, I reckon I can manage that. Well, obviously, as we know, it is General Razor Zaydan, played by Jason Isaacs, and he will be got by a pair of scissors as a military soldier. Klaus Hugo Strandberg, not played by anybody famous. Neck Snap as a shopkeeper. Okay. So, military soldier, not one that's the easiest one is obviously the one you can start in. And then you've got the officer, but this is your street soldier type dude. So
there is
interesting
an
to see how
easy
the
one
boys gonna fit.
right next to the snail start, of course. He's one of the easier ones. But yeah, no life kills here either. So this could result in a pretty straightforward spin, I would say, right? Not too difficult kill methods.
Oh, we're gonna see
Yeah,
the
well,
tannoy.
they're both pretty much free conditions. Obviously, one of them needs no loadout. The other one's on map, so they've got free reign as to what they want to bring in.
And of course, the scissors. There's a couple of them scattered around the market, and it's not even an illegal item, so you can just pick it up and go. It's not like a kitchen knife or a cleaver or anything like that. Linux starting up on the the lamp store roof, I believe, where the free shopkeeper is.
Yeah,
Joker
Interesting.
starts.
interesting difference there. They both started at the same spot, but Joker used the calmer on the shopkeeper that's sitting on the chair inside, whereas Linux went for the free disguise. So that's one calmer shot less for Joker.
Yeah, I guess that's the advantage of a free loadout. Really, here they might not need to worry too much about using a Calmer dart here, but it was a bit of a waste, but
That's
might
a fair
not need
point. And look at this, pretty much mirrored gameplay here from both players. Same pace.
Yeah.
That's a map knowledge thing, though, as well, isn't it? The fact that did Joker know the disguise was there for the taking?
For sure. But here we
Apparently
see
not.
a little diversion. Linux actually taking the other way around through the garage and actually gets spotted trespassing. And we will see his first restart here, which put Joker in the lead by a solid minute and a half here.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that's why I don't like going that way. It's so much easier with the explosives being on this side to get through this other way.
Yeah, we don't see it a lot, do we? Players going the other way around. Certainly
It's usually
more risky,
it's usually only that way when you've set up the honeycomb setup. Obviously, that is the way Klaus would head to the tunnels. But other than that, yeah, you don't really see people head that way at all. With good reason, it would seem as well.
Exactly. So Linux restarting, gets the free disguise again. He's gonna make his way to the garage. But yeah, big lead here for Joker on a pretty straightforward spin, I would say. This could be huge already.
Yeah, I don't want to do the caster's curse, obviously, but this spin, a single rip here could cost Linux the whole map here, unfortunately.
Sure.
Especially in the winner bracket, right? Winner bracket round 3. The plays are getting tougher and tougher.
And Joker messing about a bit here in the Henry room, but does get the guard knocked out. Has him boxed. Should be a fairly regulation double audio lure for Mr. Strandberg there.
Yeah, he's about to get his neck snap.
Yeah, super free kill that one, isn't it?
Should be.
Yeah, boxing me up as well.
Should be. You know these things go.
Gets the overpowered janitor disguise as well on his way out.
And again, Linux going through the other side of the garage, but this time he's successful and does manage to get to the other door, the other side.
Yeah, I don't know how does he get through the door here? I didn't see his inventory.
He did bring a key hacker. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting choice to go that way for sure. But again, with an unrestricted loadout, if he feels more comfortable. Each to their own.
Yeah, for the Klaus timing doesn't matter, it seems. He's still gonna make it easily, so.
Yeah. So Joker should have a trank here for this guy. He's gonna just do it out in the open.
That does seem a bit risky. Does get away with it though. Has the right disguise. He picked up his scissors already as well.
Yeah, it seems a little bit unnecessary to do that in the open, but needs to shoot a bit higher up on that bike. There we go.
Does get the panic in. Gets to the school now. And he's one radio lure away from the second kill here. Meanwhile, Linux is isolating Klaus the same way. Should be looking at his first kill in the next 10 seconds or so. He is behind, however.
Yeah, I think the only way this is maybe going to go wrong for Joker is if he goes for the keys, maybe.
Yeah, the keys are a tricky mistress. People have had problems with that in the past, no doubt about it. But it's one of those, you make that decision in that second. Do I go for the keys? Do I just get the hell out of there?
Yeah, or that soldier that we just see on Joker's screen. You can get some unlucky timing as well, where he's just looking at the window while you jump down, or something similar. So
Yeah.
he's not out of the woods just yet. It is
No.
it is looking good for him though.
He's got the tannoy turned on. The guards have all turned round, so Joker is free to go up to the bathroom. Now he's just got this weight and this easy to get wrong decision. Do I go in cover? Do I crouch? Do I just crouch and in cover? What part of the bathroom do I throw this loud item? And you've got too much time to remember which one it is as well, haven't you? You can start second guessing yourself as to which is the correct way to get this lore.
Yeah, that is a fair point. Joker does seem to have a long race. Unlucky timing there with how far he had to go.
Yeah, and he's still here within like 5-6 minutes, so that's fairly quick to get across the Razor with your regulation type of spin. And there we go, straight away you can see he's got some big whoosh
Yeah,
with Razor. That Razor's there going to tell him off. Don't throw things around.
exactly.
You need him to bend down first to start eavesdropping properly before you start throwing things.
Yeah, and that's why you want multiple throwables as well.
Yeah. Luckily, there's a pool ball downstairs. There's a toy tank.
Yeah.
You can see he's picked up everything, and he's finally got Razor there. Scissors to the back of the head, bings him in the corner. Here we go. Decision time. No, he's not going for the tank keys. He's getting the hell out of there. Must have used a lockpick to get through that door.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be going for the truck exit. Just the main
Nope.
exit here. Just playing
Yep.
it safe.
Yeah, like I say, you must use the lockpick to get through those doors, because otherwise those doors would be binged open, or he would have to unlock them again.
Yeah, and we do have Linux just about to infiltrate the school. Also has
Well,
obtained the disguise just a little bit too late. It was just that one single rip here that made the difference.
I mean, you look at his in-game time as well. So similar with the strat. But there it is. Jokerj is out.
Yeah, and I can't see Linux getting this within 47 seconds.
No,
Yeah,
he's
that's
just a
highly
little
unlikely.
bit too far behind. It's not
Yeah.
gonna be it. So that will be Joker taking his own map choice here. So that's always a solid start. It is a first to
Indeed,
6,
yeah.
however, though. So he's still far away from taking the whole match. And next up will be Mendoza, chosen by Linux. Let me pay out the predictions. But yeah, what do we make of Marrakesh there? Just one mistake that made a difference.
It was always going to be the way. I mean, it wasn't a complicated spin in that regard, was it? It was just play it safe, play it sensible, and there not that many optimizations that could be had. I wouldn't have thought, unless you went for something insane. Then yeah, the standard ISOs were always going to be the way forward there, and it's what both our boys went with. But like you say, that rip from Linux, that cost him. When you say Mando,
Yeah, as I say, we pretty much said it at the time. Yeah, the single rip on a spin with easy conditions or relatively easy conditions like that. And yeah, just a bit too costly on Marrakesh. Not enough time to bring it back, unfortunately.
indeed. I don't know. I've got no player audio on either of them. They're moving on me meter bar, but I can't hear a damn thing, which is really annoying.
It's still only background music at the moment.
I've had nothing all game. Don't like it. But either way, that's my problem. Nobody else's. So
So I just read in the matchup channel from Mando, who is our match admin as well as co-caster, that the spin will be at 17 past the hour.
Yeah, Joker just needs a little extended break. He said he's just got a headache and is just going to go and get some paracetamol. Which, it's fair enough. We want him to look after himself.
So basically, you're saying that performance-enhancing drugs are okay. I'm not okay with this.
That's for the admins.
Fair enough.
But yeah, what do you make of the lifetime performances here, Gordy?
Well, I mean, Jokerj's lifetime performance is pretty woeful, to be fair. To not even win one, or lose one, or tie one. I mean, I think he needs to get his head out of his ass and start getting some Mendoza spins under his belt. Otherwise, can he really call himself a roulette player?
Yeah, he hasn't really left a mark yet on Mendoza. Hasn't really shown shown what he's capable of. But yeah, Lingus has played it 2 times. 50-50 here.
50% win.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50% win rate. Also a 50% loss rate as well. So there is that. If you want to be all technical and stuff about it, but no ties. So I mean, that's a good indicator because well, Mendoza, if you get stuck there, it can be a bugger. Not, I'm not gonna single out Mr. Mike and his opponent that day for Tamara falling object. Falling objects can catch anybody out on. Even the best players can get caught out.
Even the very
on
best.
an unexpected falling object. It happens. It happens. It's
I've
fine.
heard that, yeah, many a time.
Many a time. Yes. Players shouldn't rage out about it. It's just they just got to accept it, move on, take the L, and move on. I think the
Exactly.
expression is.
As for the opposite of taking the L, look at this map record here by Osh, set during the previous RR. Sub 4 minutes here, in real time
What?
on Mendoza. 3 minutes and 56 seconds. That's talk about leaving a mark. That's very impressive.
That's
taking the piss. What that is.
Yeah, I mean, I've had to go and have a look actually. That I mean, when you hear the conditions, so that was Yates broadsword as mercenary, Vidal pistol as waiter. So that does make a lot of sense. That is.
I mean, that kind of lines up. Yeah, I mean, you can get both kills pretty damn quickly there, can't you?
Yeah, but you still have to do it first try, and including the planning 4 minutes. So it's still very
always
impressive.
easier said than done. Always easier said than done.
Well, speaking as someone that had a gift of a Hokkaido spin the other day and still didn't actually complete it and lost the map, yeah, you do.
And it's sometimes these super easy, fast spins that trip you over as well as a player, simply because you're just not prepared for something so quote unquote easy, right? You're preparing for like the harder spins, the tricky ones, and then you get and you're just completely overblown by how easy it is. Focus.
I mean, Jokerj will appreciate this. He's a cricketer and he's a bowler and I'm a batsman. And he and I will both know the how your eyes light up at certain deliveries. You see the ball, you think, "Oh, that is mine," but it is too easy. You try too hard, and you end up getting out or whatever. And it's like that with these spins. It's like you feel all the air leave your body, and you're like, "I'm having that," and you just try and go too fast. It's because it's so easy.
You're even second guessing, like, am I reading the spin right? It can be that easy, right?
Exactly. And hopefully they get a harder spin so they don't have that trouble. That's what Osh will be thinking. Because he's not going to want to give up that record anytime soon.
And he shouldn't.
So come on then, Froggy. You look at a tricky spin. What would you like to see in Mendoza? What's your preference here?
Well, Mendoza has a lot of these hidden triggers as well, right? So I would definitely want to see like disguises that involve those. So like, let's say the Chief Winemaker, for example. Just to get other NPCs on the move already. And then like combine that with a live kill here or a loud kill over there. And it could spice things up definitely on Mendoza. Maybe throw in a weird disguise.
I mean, Chief Winemaker live kill Tamara is probably the dream because that will force her down to the fields, and obviously you can't pre-isolate her.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be the dream one.
And then combine it with like a tango musician or something, and it could get tricky.
You can tell that Joker's been spending way too much time with the Lego stuffers. Look at him trying a long-range pistol snipe on Tamara there.
With a controller as well.
On a controller, yeah. Don't do that, lad. Don't do it. I've learnt my lesson. Get him up close.
I like the effort, though.
I mean, we need moments for the highlight video as well, right? So we should just cheer him on.
If you can get a long-range pistol snipe with a controller, then fair enough. I will petition to have you banned from the next comp.
But yeah, we're about a minute away here for Mendoza, the second map choice of Linux. So yeah, the pressure is starting to kick in here a little. First map has been played. So now Linux is looking at a situation where it's either he equalizes or he's down 4-0. So it's a big map here for Linux.
Like you say, everything after the after the second round is first to 6 points, isn't it? So, well, apart from the grand final, obviously. So 6 points, you need 3 wins or a combination of wins and draws. But definitely, you need to get there first.
Yeah. And yeah, huge difference, 4-0 or 2-2. Mendo, will you do the honors of reading the next spin? Because it's already arriving.
Yeah, of course. We've got Don Yates, Old Axe, as the waiter, Tamara Vidal, Drowning Suit. Yeah, pretty good spin, of course, because the suit start isn't mandatory.
Yes, there is
spun it.
But yeah, there is a suit disguise on the map. So
Yeah.
you don't need to start in a suit starting location. Drowning kill for tomorrow is interesting though, so we definitely won't see the early standard knockout on her.
No, which their eyes would have lit up with seeing the waiter as one of the disguises. But both our boys starting at the shrine. Joker actually should be made to restart and reskin because that is an awful suit. The state of it.
But on the other hand,
nice.
for the Yates kill, guys, we do see a waiter for Don Yates and the Old X, which is in the attic as well. So that would allow for a very quick Yates kill. Have they started as a waiter?
Sure. And you can see almost mirrored gameplay. Linux just slightly behind. He was about a second behind, and then an extra bit of time in the inventory there. But Joker getting right on with it by already opening up the attic before waiting for Don to come around the corner. Whereas Linux has already opted to go and cover. So Joker covered a bit more ground there, got a bit more done in the meantime.
Yeah.
Look at this. Synchronized subdues. Times are actually
nice
the same.
Subdues, yeah.
You love to see it. But Linux just dragging around the corner a little bit and buggering off. As Joker is doing a bit more work with the hide.
So they will both still need to come back here for the last kill on Yates. And they need to get away the disguise here. So interesting choice that they didn't start there.
Yeah. But maybe just locked in the fact, right, got to start suit, and maybe completely forgot about the wetsuit. Maybe not even looking at know about the wetsuit, but thinking, actually, no, that's too much of a ball ache to get Tamara sick, go get the wetsuit, and then meet up with her in the bathroom.
Yeah. And look at this, guys. Well, they started the same. Linux did manage to catch a lead here. Oh, and we see some trespassing issues from Joker as well. He couldn't get out of the parking lot. He tried some distraction shots, but he did get caught. So
yeah,
2-minute lead here.
Really nice, actually. I think we sort of glossed over the fact it was a really nice job of Linux to get out of the parking, get out of Yates's parking. What do you call it? Driveway, if you will.
Yeah.
Look at that. Linux
already getting ready for the drowning kill here. Very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did the seeker shot through the open roof there, didn't he? Which is very nice while she was at reception. Yeah, really good from Joker there.
Okay, so Joker, Linux, that was first kill down, 2 minutes and 30 odd seconds there. Now needs to go find himself a waiter.
Well, there is a free one. There is a free one behind behind where you start, basically, as the Sado chef, in that little room towards the hidden wine chamber.
Yeah.
He just needs to get in there without getting spotted, and he's shutting that door behind him, and someone's coming up the stairs, and he's ripped.
And that's Tamara's guard.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. Linux was looking good there, man.
So
Joker with a good minute at least jump on Linux.
That's such unlucky timing there for Linux.
Of course, console loading times are not going to help him out here. He'd already hit play when Joker was on 1 minute in-game time. Look at it. 16, 17, 18. How long is it going to take?
Yeah.
And
You
there
can
is
see the
25 seconds basically there that Linux had to give up on loading time.
yeah. I mean, the difference here is clear between the different generations. I think Linux is on he's on either an Xbox One or a PlayStation. I didn't quite. He's Xbox One by the look of it, and I know Joker has a PlayStation 5, and
Yeah. You can tell
substantial
Joker's got a
difference.
PlayStation 5 by the controller.
Yeah.
Cartoon, what's the word I'm looking for? Diagram.
Pretty much
Sure.
one of those
Words
We'll
ones.
are
go with
easy.
that.
Yeah, because they're both in the suit costume at the minute. Joker's got himself a mercenary costume.
Yeah, already brought the old X down as well.
Good stuff there.
Also clears the other guard already for an easy way up, so he doesn't have to go the long way around. He can
Yeah, he
just
didn't have to do any more climbing up a drain pipe.
exactly can just bust in through the front gate here. And yeah, Linux with the Dan Yates isolation, another corner subdue. So he's not too
Good.
far behind, a little over a minute.
Making sure to grab himself the car keys as well, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah. And we haven't seen Joker's approach to the Tamara kill here. We saw Linux got it down in his first attempt.
It's true. And the Joker is, 2 minutes 47, 2 minutes 47 seconds in now. Looking to distract. Who is that?
Yeah, he's just struggling to get around the map
like-
here.
He wants to
got it.
focus on the way to kill first, it seems. Grabs the disguise here. Or just leaves him there already.
Yeah, he's
for
got
the way
him
back.
booked. But we saw that's where Linux ripped on the well. It wasn't because he couldn't get through the door. It was because Tamara's guard was coming up through and he killed her, wouldn't it? So
Yeah, it was very unfortunate timing there.
oh, and we got
Yeah.
a replay from Jokerj. Has he realised that Tamara's too far away there or something? He didn't like it. He hadn't ripped. He just replanned. Diana and Tamara were walking somewhere.
Yeah, I think he wanted to get the seeker shot through the roof, same as Linux, and she just left. And trying to get a seeker shot on her at that point, I know it can be difficult. It's not,
Yeah.
you can get spotted quite easily. So I think he must have just thought quicker to replan. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I mean, Linux.
Well, he did switch
even
to
though-
a nomadic
even-
mine right now in his loadout.
Oh, Linux.
Oh no, my life! So Linux rips. He's just killed Tamara.
Yeah.
Her guard was stood outside, and yeah, that was
Was that
Oh,
an extended
dear.
illegal action or?
might well have
Well,
been. 'Cause he
that
was up
the
and running
toilet
quick.
becomes an illegal area as soon as that guard takes his position there.
Well, it's an actual trespassing place, or they just become curious, as it were. So our boys are having a bit of trouble here because we are now 7.5 minutes into this spin, and both the lads have ripped 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah, it's pretty even at this point though.
Yeah, it's about 40 seconds in between the two of them. Both not changing up their strat. Both starting in the suit at the shrine.
Yeah,
They're
just a little
confident
just a little loadout change for Joker though, with the medic mine instead
Yeah,
of a seeker, but that makes sense.
But they're both pretty confident. It's just like they know this strat will work. They're just they've just made mistakes. I get the impression that that's what they're thinking. But again, Linux, we can see it here. The difference, the main difference, I think, is that Joker's getting more done in this little spot to make sure that he's got an old axe ready and waiting for him.
That's
Whereas
true.
Linux is going straight to this cover spot.
True, but Linux did manage to get a quicker Tamara kill though.
He did.
So we'll see what ends up being quicker in the end.
It's funny how the in-game time is different there. Oh, hello. And Joker dropping some bubble gum there for the dude that might have heard something when he knocked out Tamara. That's interesting.
I
Very
mean,
interesting.
if you have the loadout slot to spare, right? Why not?
Well, if you got the money to waste on 7DS, but let's not get into that again.
Linux
Apart-
getting stuck in the guard a little bit while he was trying
Mhm.
to exit the parking lot area. Tries
Yeah,
to go for the secret shot again.
he's throwing a remote emetic there to get those 2 guards away, but as far as I'm aware, you can just run through that detection point.
Oh, no, I think Linux has missed his secret shot. Hopefully he doesn't need a third dart. I think he got her that time, though.
He definitely
I
hit the
don't think-
second one.
Yeah, he won't need another secret dart, I don't think, but
He'll go
any
for
of
the
us, we're all
freeway
really
test, so-
annoyed when we waste limited ammunition.
Yeah, for sure. Completely
bullet, fine,
screw up your
whatever.
plan.
But wasting a dart, it's like, shit, I could use that somewhere else. I might need it. Okay, Linux coming up on the Tamara kill again.
Guard seems to be a decent distance away this time.
Yeah,
Should
he's
be-
still got the.
he's
the
being
wall
wall
hack.
hacked.
Oh, and he's wow,
Yeah.
a wall hack.
Oh no.
That's horrific. Oh, mate.
Yeah,
Linux
that was
is
really
not
bad.
being happy. Now,
You would have
Joker's
seen
just-
as well.
Joker's just farting a box Tamara. Somehow, she's the only one that got caught in that miasma.
No, he's got a little waitress as well.
I didn't
That should
see her.
still be fine though.
Yeah,
they
I
should
mean,
go in
yeah,
separate
Tamara's
bathrooms.
still going to go to the main toilet. As long as that waitress gets to another bog.
He might just have to
Before
be a little patient here.
Yeah, that's the thing, see, because if you have managed to make 2 people sick at the same time, they'll both go to the 2 nearest available toilets. But if you kill the one that's at the first toilet and the second pukey hasn't started puking,
Yeah, and look
They
at
will
this.
then
Look at this.
redirect.
Tamara is actually routing to the third toilet here.
yeah. But he seems to have got away with it. She is now dead. Should
Yeah, and
be
her
able to
guard
leave.
her guard instantly walked away. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem with the waitress being sick either, so that's good for Joker. He has killed down Don Archibald Yates is isolated. He just needs a waiter disguise to get back up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already got one as well. He already knocked the guy out underneath here. So as long as he doesn't get caught by Tamara's guard, same as Linux did, he should be fine. I can see on his minimap that guy is literally at the top of the stairs right now, so he needs to not just run in.
And there it is.
And he's done. Oh my god!
Oh my stars, man! Oh,
Unbelievable.
in it, bruv.
What are the chances? Oh dear.
Oh wow!
Well, at
Okay,
least
so
it,
we've
at
got
least it's
both our-
fair. At least
Yeah,
it's fair.
both of our players have had exactly the same problem there. No accusations of stream sniping can be thrown at Joker for that one, because had he seen Linux rip, he'd have known not to do that. But
Yeah.
the thing is, he was running up there, instinct on as well. He just didn't clock matey in the left-hand side of his screen, walking up through.
Well, you don't expect it either,
No, you
right?
don't. You don't. Sometimes you just don't. It's just one of those things. But so now he's got to do all that again. Linux now with a minute and a half nearest damn it is to swearing.
Yeah, just Secret Tamara.
Advantage here. Yeah.
He's gonna go for the fourth drowning kill. So far this map, he already managed to kill her 3 times. Couldn't get past that point, however. So 4 times the charm maybe for Linux here.
Yeah.
He could just drop this wine bottle on the floor here and just stagger that guard a second.
He could, yeah. Or you could drop anything. It doesn't need to be the wine bottle. Well, as long as it's not a weapon, something that's going to get you arrested. Is he gonna
Got
walk
plenty of
in?
wine around, but no, he's fine. He's fine.
He's good.
Thank God for Linux. If he'd have failed again, I think he would have been very angry.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't understand why players get so angry when things go wrong in this game. It's just a game, guys. Come on.
I know, right?
Exactly, Fro. I mean, Fro, you're the same as me. You chill as chill can be. Zen.
Of course.
Basically Zen. Yeah.
Never express any emotions.
Never.
Yeah, I hear T-Not's pretty chill as well.
Oh, same.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he's always relaxed. Yeah.
And look at this nice map knowledge here from Linux. Uses the generator here for a distant waiter lure. That looks really safe and free here as well. No tranks
Yeah.
required. Doesn't
I've never
out in the open, so that's good map knowledge.
Yeah, I've never seen that generator lore. Basically, must mean bullshit. Oh, the fuse box.
Yeah,
Oh, the
that's what I
fuse
mean.
box. Yes. Yeah.
Sorry.
Potato.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a box cabinet right there as well. So nobody found. Yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, and that's quite a quick grab as well, isn't it? Look at that. It
Yeah.
didn't take too long at all. So there you go. Every day's a school day.
I mean, most importantly, he didn't run into Tamara's guard this time.
That is the
so,
key
you
thing.
know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the main part. And of course, he is legal to run around up here as well. So
And of course, mate, you're getting frisk there, just allows him to run straight through.
Yeah. Doesn't dare to run straight in though. He didn't take care of the guards on top of the stairs, so he needs to take the way around. But this is looking really good for Linux.
Yeah, and this door is already open for him because... Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so this could be a problem if someone hears that. You do have that guard.
yeah, the guard underneath is seen. I can see the question mark.
Yeah. But does he
Oh,
realize
yes.
it? Did he realize it? He put on
Whoa, I
instinct
don't
straight
know.
away, but he looked away. He
Yeah.
didn't seem to notice it.
It's easy to miss, isn't it? It's easy to miss.
Oh
Okay.
no!
No.
There's the red bunny, and there he is. Oh my god.
Oh no!
And it
Not
was
like
crowbarring
this.
the door open. If he just went
And the
around.
the other door is open as well. The other door is automatically open. It's just that one side that's locked.
Yeah. That's
I
that's
mean,
just a feel
the,
bad
the
moment,
silly
yeah.
thing as well, he could have like taken the extra time to go via the balcony that Don Yates's missus is knocked out on, and just would have been able to walk through. But of course, why would you? That's further away. But yeah, again, really, really, really easy to know this. Sat here, not playing, not in the heat of the moment.
Exactly. He'll get it next time though. Like
He
that
will.
was the last obstacle, the last piece of the puzzle for Linux here. But does he have enough time for another shot at this? That's the question.
Is Jokerj going to give him that chance? Now, Jokerj is getting this kill on tomorrow, and you look at the in-game time there: 4 minutes for Jokerj to get that in-game, to get that kill on tomorrow. What has he switched up in the meantime to make this Don kill that much safer? This waiter grab that much safer? Because you know he's changed it.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he just waits for Tamara's guard this time. He should know that guy will be
Hammering on,
heading up here.
Yeah, hammering on instinct here. To be ultra safe.
Yeah.
Does get in the way to this guy's here, and he's almost set. Now he can
Yeah,
just run up from the outside, which he is gonna do.
Yeah. I've even got a feeling he might have even taken care of that bloody guard before he was a problem. This time.
He even gets frisked here.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, he may as well. He doesn't need a firearm to bring up here, so he has the old axe. Obviously, that was in the attic. We saw him get it down already, I think. So
there will be some players that will see this frisk and think and be really angry about it. They won't be happy about the fact that he actually stopped for a frisk at all. But this is
I
roulette.
mean-
It's a different beast to individual level runs, man.
And
You've
if he
just
wins the
got to
map,
get
you
out.
can't complain, right?
Well, no, people will complain about anything.
That's true. But he is here with the last kill on Yates, and he will be 12 seconds away from finishing and taking a 4-0 lead there on Linux's map.
Just got to wait that 12 seconds, but then again, he has got the run across to the car. That exit should present itself any second now. There it is. And Jokerj is out. And look at that Mando not wasting any time on the clip you done. Wow,
But
that's
poor
about
Linux,
first-
man. He was so close several times, especially that last one with the crowbarring the door open. And he didn't catch the guard in instinct. He might have saved it otherwise.
Yeah, we called it as well, didn't we? It was like, no. The guard's going to hear that. And yeah, it happened. But for the want of a nail. And, you got to feel for Linux on that one, Throaty, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oof. But that was nip, tuck, back, forth. That was everything. And we got a big old map coming up next. We've got, and I was talking to Jokerj before the match started. And the one thing he wasn't too confident on was Berlin. He knows how to do Berlin, of course. He's played this map several times. It's just that he was saying to me that the way he feels about this this particular map is when the spin comes up, you get overwhelmed. You've got too much to take in too quickly. You got 5 kills, 5 different methods, 5 different disguises, and it's like, and also the fact you've got 10 different targets to choose from,
And also
Just
the
like-
fact that Linux set the world record on Berlin during this tournament. Just throwing it out there.
well, I mean, I'm sure that wouldn't add any pressure at all, but it could well do.
Nah, just a tiny little detail.
just a touch, just a little bit. But yeah, so Berlin. So we got another 7-minute wait rather than the standard 5. One of our boys, I take it, is asking for a bit of a break.
Yeah, you'll never guess who.
Joker.
Linux.
Oh,
No,
Linux.
Linux. Yeah,
Well, it's
Linux.
one apiece,
A
then.
little bit irritated by. A little bit irritated by that one. I mean, and fair enough. Honestly, I get his frustration.
I mean, that's a smart call then in the heat of the moment to realize that and say, hey, I just need a minute or two to catch a breather and calm down, get my focus back. That shows some discipline though.
It does show some discipline. It also shows some softness, I would say, on the admins for allowing this sort of thing to happen.
Wow. We're sweethearts, you know that.
Sweethearts, my ass, until you play each other. Well, with that, I'm going to be back in a sec, boys, because my beer can appears to be empty, and that can't be allowed to stand.
Oh, the horror.
I'll be back in a moment.
So yeah, Mendo, Berlin. And we got Linux has quite some experience here already. Played it 6
Yeah, I would
times
say,
and 4 wins. And the world record during this tournament, so...
Yeah, Linux should be going into this hopefully with, I mean, he is 4-0 down, as we said, so he might have a little bit of nerves, but I mean, he should be able to think of his own performance on this map so far and have a little bit of
that's
confidence
true.
in that.
But yeah, based on the stats, he is the favorite here. That doesn't always mean everything, of course, but it is his, one of his last shots here. He needs to take down this map to force up a 4th map. Or else...
Yeah, you can just about get away with a tie. Just about.
Just about.
Yeah, that will be
that's not
pushing
what you
it quite
want though on
tense.
Berlin.
No, of course.
Yeah, Joker...
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
well, I think Joker's. I mean, obviously we don't have any rival stats for him with him being a rookie, but I believe he has been playing a lot of Berlin recently because I know he's been working on some, the world record explosive percent. I think he's been going for. So I'm guessing he is still fairly, clued in with what he's going to want to do on Berlin.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what he can show on that map. So far, he's been very impressive this tourney. A little bit on the struggle bus on Mendoza, but did manage to squeeze out the win there in the end. And yeah, he's basically on match point now. On Berlin, on the 3rd map already. Strong lead.
Yeah, and it's in a way unfortunate for Joker that it is Berlin. I mean, any other map, they might be going into it fairly even, but yeah, as you said, the stats would indicate we might be expecting something good from Linux here, maybe.
I mean, let's hope so, right? I'm always a fan of the longer maps, or the longer matches, I should say. I wouldn't mind seeing a 6-4 to whoever.
I mean, well, I mean, at that point, we may as well go for a 7-5, right? We may as well take a tie at some point and
well, let's not
play out all the maps, right?
Let's not get too greedy here. There are still other matches coming up as well. But
yeah, true.
But yeah, overall, Berlin, Mendo, how would you rank it in terms of difficulty in regards of RR?
Well, it's one of those maps for me where it's super dependent on what you get as to how much you need to bring in. Basically, is how I see this map anyway. If you have to bring a lot of stuff in, I actually find it quite difficult because saying that you don't need a lot of items. Obviously, you can get 5 fairly easy isolations. You've always got the old Rolf strat to fall back on if you need to as well.
True. There are
fingers crossed that's
there
not
are
something
quite
we
a few
see.
items on the map though, right? That come up in spins. You can also find them either on agents or on the map. So
Yeah,
it
that's
isn't
true.
always loadout heavy.
The
You can
main
always
one-
make the choice, right? Do I bring it or do I pick up the free one? And that's where the interesting choices lie. A
Well,
lot
of
of
course,
the time.
if you got a silenced pistol, that's something you're gonna have to bring in with you. That's the one thing that's not available on the map. You got silenced SMG. You don't have loud SMGs on the map either. So
You
when
do have
when
loud
when
ARs
comes
though.
to- you do have loud ARs.
They
so
stole them all
he's
from
an expert on.
Sapienza, I think.
Yeah, they did. They nicked it from Sapienza. I was waiting for that one. But yeah, so anything like that, you're away. But even an electrocution. Personally, I mean, there are enough free electrocutions on the map. Bringing in a micro taser is a fool's choice. It's not something I would recommend.
I still do that though, for electrocution.
You still do it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's force of habit to me. As soon as I see electrocution, I just assume I need one.
Because also to be fair, for most spins, it does allow you to bring it, right? You always have like one free loadout slot for the majority of spins.
Yeah, but then with Berlin, I don't think you have that choice. Yes, most of the things are on the map, but bringing in a micro taser, I'm not so sure.
If you can
Oh,
spare
sorry,
the
one
loadout
second.
slot.
I've just realised on Linux screen he has searched for a contract just titled "I'm tilted" right now. So yeah, Linux might have just lost his head, unfortunately, after that Mendoza spin. Which again, I'll be honest, I find perfectly reasonable. I understand his frustrations entirely.
Yeah, especially that last rip there was just heartbreaking with the guard hearing the door getting broken open.
But
And
that-
he
that
even had
door
he
getting
even had
broken
his instinct on and looked down for what it
I
seems.
know.
And
And
he
it's
missed
so easy to
it.
miss.
He's
It's so easy to miss that sort of thing. I mean, well, they both did it again. They both had instinct on going for going to get that waiter disguise and got ripped by Tamara's guard.
Yeah.
But again, you miss it. It's in the peripheral, and if you pick it up, also, oh, hang on, got to stop. But they did not do that.
Especially when you're the one playing, right?
Oh, it's so easy to do. It's so easy to do. They think, well, how do you teleport there? And Berlin, of course, we're back at Berlin. Teleportation is real. And it's not just Florida Man. There are NPCs that teleport on this map. You do that roll floor, Agent Thames, or Crane Guy, as Throat would call him, he teleports. So that's
But
something
we
to look
do
out
have
for.
the spin here, guys. I'll take this one if you don't mind.
You don't
So we
throw.
have, well, Agent 1, Fiberwire as the biker. Agent number 2, Loud Pistol as the delivery guy. Agent number 3, Injected Poison as a technician. Then we have a Battle Axe as the Florida Man. And the last agent, Fall as club crew. So we do have the Florida Man in there. We do have live kills in there, 2 of them.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
which
quite an
the
interesting one.
interesting one is injected poison technician, because you can get both of those items off. Is it Banner who's on the bridge? I always forget the names of these
Yeah,
guys.
it's Agent Banner. He is the technician. So looking at that, wouldn't you want to fiberwire him as a biker?
Wouldn't you want a taser here?
Yeah, taser fiberwire. That's coming in year 3, I believe. I think I saw a tweet. IO announced that. But either way, Jokerj started as the biker, has already picked up the battle axe, so that's something he can take with him. Of course, the delivery guy right next to him lets him walk.
Might see a very quick first kill here from Jokerj. At the other end, we have Linux starting as the bartender here. And he decides to medic the Florida Man straight away, which makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah, well,
it would have if it had worked.
If you got Florida Man in the spin, then yeah, starting as the bartender and Seeker in him. Obviously, it didn't work for Linux that time. He just needs to tighten that up, and he'll be fine.
It was a very early rip on Berlin, though, so those are okay. But yeah, the plan is there, and yeah.
Without a doubt. I mean, look at this. We can see it now. Bot gets the shot off. He's going to go get Florida Man now. Jokerj, in the meantime, has fiberwired Agent Thames as a biker, has taken Agent Thames' clothing, which is full as
Yeah, and we might
full he
see.
needs, and of course Agent Green is perfectly poised for that. Quick fist fight, knocks him out. Just
And
needs
that's
to
the
dump
second
him
kill
over the
already
side.
for Joker.
So yeah, but it's the Florida Man that could screw him, because he does have a guy knocked out up there, and the Florida Man has been known to teleport up to that roof.
Yeah, 2
But
targets killed in the first minute and a half is very
Oh.
impressive. Does get the triple shot on Banner. He will make him
Yeah.
come running up.
Banner's going to come running up, and what sort of kills he going to do on him? Is he going to just take a loud pistol off someone and pop him as the delivery guy? Possibly not.
Probably the battle axe Florida Man combination, right? He still has the battle axe in hand.
Yeah, he could
Yeah, I was
drop
about
the
to
battle
say.
axe right here and just subdue Banner as he's coming up.
Yeah, and we do have Linux disguised as the Florida Man at the moment. Did
And
get
that's
the
a knockout.
disguise.
That's going to be... Oh, it's all right. He got him in the back of the head, so nobody heard it. That's absolutely fine. Can pick up silenced SMG. You can also pick up the injected poison and take Banner's disguise there. Linux, meanwhile, making his way up to the roof as Florida Man. Knocking out that first...
Doesn't
first
have the
club
battle axe
security.
yet, though. Hasn't been in the biker area.
No, but it's not too far away. So there is that, and he has subdued Agent Green. Keeps his green guns. And look at this, he's looking to lure Banner as well.
Yeah, so a little more setup from Linux side before the killing starts. Whereas Joker is kind of mixing them both up on the fly, killing and setups.
Hard to tell who's actually in front here. I mean, yes, I know Joker's got 2 kills down and has the means for the 3rd right now, but Linux getting that early Florida Man.
That's always interesting about Berlin, right? When you watch it, sometimes really hard to tell because sometimes, like, with a lot of setup, like, a lot of kills can just quickly follow each other within a minute, and it can completely
they fall like
turn
dominoes,
around.
man. They fall like dominoes.
Exactly.
It's interesting to see. Look at this as well. Linux actually waiting for Banner to get all the way up here before subduing him. Makes a lot of sense.
I think Joker's lost Florida Man as well. He's going to have to go on a little hunt here to try and find him. He should be in the bar area, I think, around now.
He could be anywhere.
Or the downstairs bar, I should say. I believe near the drug dealer.
He could be bloody anywhere. Nicholas Valmarez is not to be trusted, man.
And, I know we saw Joker looked like he was going to run and try and get Montgomery, I think it was, with the injected poison, and he's just run straight into him.
Ouch!
Wow! Ow! Ow!
I mean,
of course, Montgomery does have
him.
a guard with him as well, doesn't he? So, but Linux, meanwhile, he's in a tech crew disguise, and he's got Agent Thames in his sight. He's got the coin in his hand. We know he's got the lethal syringe ready and waiting.
Yeah, even gonna distract him here.
Yeah, because he could do him straight out in the open.
He wants his disguise, I think, as well. He doesn't want to risk taking the disguise in the open.
Yeah, but you can do as well. I mean, he, for some reason, he's right out in the middle of.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Gordy. But if you don't know that as a player, would you want to risk it, taking a disguise in the open?
Oh no, I quite agree. But it's just so funny, isn't it? It's the fact that even I know that Linux would know this, but he's not going to take that risk.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not taking that risk, is he?
So it's completely understandable. Like in an RR match,
yeah,
just nope. Even though I know it should be safe, it's still RR, and then that one time it won't be safe. You always see, you know? So I can't blame him one bit there.
Yeah, Murphy's Law, mate. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. But Joker is back in the mix. He has got that first kill. Biker Fiberwire on Agent Thames, has taken Thames' clothing. He's got changed back again. And he's decided he's going all the way upstairs in a safe disguise.
Yeah, Linux is in a bike and has got the battle axe out, and we know he's got Florida Man, so
yeah,
he's got the conditions for an awkward one already ready.
Back into his club crew disguise.
He has a body lying on the roof, of course, ready to
Agent
be.
Green is up there.
Yeah, ready to be dropped down here.
And plus Banner's up there as well. he does have banner all the way
Yeah,
up
and he
there.
also has the Florida man disguise up there as well. So that's 2 kills he will get checked off within the next minute or so. And like you said, they can fall quick all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dominoes, mate. I
As long
nearly
as he
went
gets
with
the
the
conditions right, of course.
I nearly went with the boys in the hood saying, but I decided not to. Been told off for swearing.
And there is there is the battle axe kill as Florida man. So that's kill number 2 for Linux, and kill number 3 will be following shortly, which is the fall as club crew.
Yeah, the third blue triangle there. And if you don't know, obviously with these maps with the bigger kill numbers, our admins have the tool to put the put a little symbol in the corner there. You can see the blue triangle on agents 3, 4, and 5, which means Linux has got them. And you can see a little red triangle on agent number 1 there, which means Joker has that kill condition and that kill disguise. So useful aid. Well done, the lads that put that together.
For sure. So yeah, Linux looking for the delivery guy disguise right now, which will be needed for one of the 2 remaining kills for him. So it is looking looking really good for him at the moment.
It should have a loud pistol from somewhere. I didn't see one in his inventory. He's going to have to take one off a normal club crew type dude rather than the ones that carry, that have like rifles slung over their backs. I think he should have one.
That one guard on the roof has one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
so
going to say he should have one from that guard, yeah.
Yeah. Now, who's he looking for here? He's just going past Agent Swan.
Yeah, he might go for Swan here because there's not. He should be able to just shoot him and dump him reasonably quickly.
Yeah. Obviously, not a double door instance there, so it won't be soundproof. But
it doesn't need to be, as long as it provides shelter for long enough to box
as
him.
long as he can escape. Bit of whoosh there, it didn't matter because gets behind Agent
did get
Swan,
the knockout before the door was closed.
Yeah, that could have been touch and go.
He does not see the box to his left, though. However,
no, he's got there in the end. I thought he was gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say because he might have even made a noise dumping through that window. That he's missed the grab prompt.
He gets him boxed. Of course, there is another way out of here. He doesn't have to go out of this door, but he is going to.
Yeah, he should be fine.
And he's all right there. He's got no immediate worries.
So that's just a 5-away kill left.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's still got the free biker. Yeah.
And I saw he did have earphones in his inventory, so that's allowed. Joker, meanwhile, has grabbed himself a delivery, the delivery guy disguise, going back up to the roof. Now, what is Linux's plan here? Because Linux is 1 kill away. It's going to be a seeker on Lowenthal. He gets it. Led the shot quite nicely there.
That's actually very a nice decision here. No risk. 4 kills in, 8 minutes in game time, and keeps his calms as well. Hits the seeker shot first try.
Yeah, and there was no danger of anybody seeing him take that shot either from where he took it from. Very nicely done. Even lets the door shut behind him before making the kill. And we know he's got the scooter keys in hand. The door is open for him. No, he doesn't have the scooter keys. Well, he can just nip next door and get them. I thought he would have had the scooter keys, and I'm sure he's cursing himself for not picking them up straight away.
I mean, it's just less than 10 seconds difference. That is a first try here from Linux, I believe. Did he rip?
Very nicely done. Not a surprise, really, from the current world record holder on Berlin. And look at that. Our admin, Agent Mando, isn't waiting around for Jokerj to get those other 4 kills in 47 seconds. Somehow doesn't believe he's going to get it done, but fair enough. So, can't argue with that.
We got a match here, guys. 4-2. Might see a full comeback here from Linux, and Wilton Creek is next.
It's on like Donkey Kong. I have to ask, Throaty, what's happened to your I'm just looking at the Discord. What's happened to the logo?
Oh yeah, we've had a change.
Nice. A new design change. We got the new Discord logo made by Malapride. It's already been used in various promotional, like YouTube and everything. And now it's the official new logo on the Discord.
Oh,
How
well, there we
surprised
go.
I am that it was made by hands. I'm so shocked.
I know, right?
Same. Well, that's because the lovely Mo has retired. But awesome work. That looks tidy. It's got a very Chongqing sort of feel to it. Kind of like that.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice styling. Well, where are we off to now? Wilton Creek, and we've already got the spin, Mando. Is that correct?
No, it's
Okay.
because I've set the time wrong.
Maybe tell our boys before they start freaking out. They're going to be under enough stress as it is.
He just wanted to taunt Gordy by showing falling object. It's not the real spin, guys.
Who had the falling object? Was it Janice? Easy.
No comment.
Easy. Lure him to the real estate broker's house. That's all you got to do with Janice. Easy done.
Been a long day for me.
Oh, bless your heart. It's been a long day for all of us. I've been on the pop since 12 o'clock. What's the matter with you? But Wilton Creek, Froggy, what are you hoping to see, man? Come on.
Something unorthodox. Something that really changes up the spin. Something we don't see all that often. I don't really have a good example at the moment, but I don't know. Maybe an electrocution for Janus could be interesting. See how players deal with that. But other than that,
I'm sad. I'm sad I leaked the last spin. That last spin looked good.
With the falling object.
Yeah, I like the last spin, and I've ruined it.
I gotta be honest. I'd like to see a speedrun spin. I'd like to see the quickest spin possible.
I think
I'd like to
Chris might
change that.
disagree.
Everybody's like, yeah, we want to see unorthodox. We want to see unorthodox, and yeah, that's great. But every now and again, you need a palate cleanser. You want to see the most obvious and quickest spin that could be done, but it still needs to be done perfectly. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
So explosion accident ensued for Janus, and then what? Electrocution as James Barry or the guard.
I would say SMG is plumber. SMG is plumber for Cassidy. Suit explosion for Janice. I think that could be a good speedrun spin.
Yeah, I mean
something like that. I mean, I think that's doable within like 3 minutes.
Or we might see the battle axe again, which is a new addition to the weapon pool, of course, for Wilton Creek. So we might see some speedrun doorbell threats here.
Because talk us through the battle axe then, Froggy. That's an Easter egg, isn't it? It's something you have to actually sort of activate, much like the starfish in Scale.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to have both the garage and the laser security door open. And then you have to go back up and ring the doorbell 3 times, and then the battle axe will spawn. So both the garage door and the security door downstairs in the garage need to be opened before you ring the bell.
Now, I've got to ask, what the hell is the point in that? Why would that be a little Easter egg type thing? I just find that insane.
Are you saying that there's no battle axe spawning at your apartment or house when you ring the doorbell 3 times after breaking open your garage door and your security door? Because that's kind of
I try not to break open the garage door at my place or turn on the laser.
Not gonna lie, Gordy, that's a little strange on your part. I'm afraid.
Well,
it's perfectly normal.
We have to put this down to cultural differences. We come across this sort of shit all the time. You know, you guys like your beer cold, that sort of thing.
Exactly. You're driving on the wrong side of the road and stuff.
Sorry, the correct side of the road. I think you're fine. Let's not start another bloody thing. Let's not get into a thing
exactly,
again.
Because 30 seconds away from the 4th map, current score 4-2 to Jokerj. So Linux, he might equalize after this map, or we have Jokerj taking the match here. So pressure is on for both players here.
Indeed, and it can go either way. But
exactly.
Joker's one win away from advancing.
10 seconds, Gordy. Will you do the spin again? I think it's your turn.
Okay, well, we have Janice in an explosion accident as the police deputy. Nolan Cassidy, consume poison as the mailman. Well, interesting. We don't often see consume poison for Nolan. There's been a lot of conversations about that as well. How to get it done.
Yeah, let's hope both players know of the methods here. You got 3 different ones, if I remember correctly.
Now that explosion accident could be quite quick. Now the suit one, the standard suit one, you have to let a lot of cutscene play out. But with this one, well, Jokerj starting as the gardener, he can get himself a very quick police deputy. Can he get a shot off on that propane flask? It doesn't look like he's going to. Now, I'm a little bit concerned. Has he mixed up deputy with the sheriff?
I think he just wants to secure the mailman disguise here.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, that makes absolute sense. He can get behind this random dude here. Sneak the disguise. Linux, however, is started as the garbage man, has already gone upstairs. Looks like he's got a breacher in hand.
He's just gonna rush in here and use the tank.
Yeah, makes sense. Obviously, he's got plenty of spots to box Gunther, which he is doing right now. Look at that, right there.
Big whoosh behind him, though, from that other guard that was coming into the room. But
is that other guard going to wreck him? He shouldn't do.
No, because he was still on his first whoosh. He just saw him. But yeah, that's a nice setup from Linux already.
Straight away. Very nicely done. He's in Gunther's silk kimono. And he is on his way downstairs to get a clue. Probably take out the security cameras as well.
Yeah. And look at Joker at the other side in the mailman disguise. He's already setting up for the consumed poison kill for Nolan, which is the hardest of the 2 kills here. He's gonna knock out this guard right behind the fence and leave this disguise here to change into it. In the meantime,
he's
Nolan's getting served.
He's ripped. He got spotted. Taking a distraction shot. I think the guard was investigating
the guy.
Why the
he
other?
Had the noise, had the knockout, and that caught Joker out there.
Okay, on such a quick map as well. Linux being 1 minute and 45 seconds, basically in front.
But the good thing is for Joker that he has a solid plan for the hardest kill of the spin. We haven't seen Linux. If Linux has an idea for this.
Yeah, not yet. So yeah, that's always a good strat, isn't it? If you can get the hardest kill out of the way.
Something to note as well.
Cheeky grab from Joker, and why did he drag? Why did he drag the mailman? Oh no, mate.
I'm not sure about the controller input. Did he mean to pick up a newspaper? Or was just a wrong button?
I thought you'd already picked up a newspaper. I didn't. You know, how many copies of The Sun do you need? You know, I mean, unless you really run out of toilet paper at the house.
I mean, Gordy, you as a controller player, what's the standard button for grabbing a body? And does it overlap with other actions?
It's B.
B or circle, isn't it?
It's B, yeah. So you would inventory, then XB to do a quick drag. But yeah, it's just B. There's no other thing.
Kill 1 will be done now for Linux. He got the police deputy in with a KO and just dragged him into the bush because he didn't have a trank left over.
That'll do it. No, to pick something up is Y, which is the top button. B is the far right button.
Exactly.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been an issue.
And does get the accident kill. It was not the breacher that killed Janus as well, so he's all good. 1 target down.
That's always a concern. That's why it's a good idea if you can use a concussion duck on a propane flask or a leaking an EMP or a micro taser. For once, a micro taser would be good on a leaking propane.
Yeah. So it seems like Linux.
No risk of an explosive kill then.
Exactly. Seems like Linus is prioritizing the clues here first. And I'm really curious to see his plan for Nolan consumed.
Yeah, well, as you said, there's 3 options. There's the what's it called? The fumigation unit, which obviously you have to be careful not to get the whole house. There's the water bottle, which is The water bottle is less than ideal. Isn't that something like third cycle Cassidy in the house or something
There's
crazy?
a lot
And then,
that has to go on for that one, yeah.
there's the optimal barbecue as well. That'll be the one,
In-
which we've seen so far, I believe, on a Wilton Creek. Might have even been last night. I can't remember.
Well, certainly that's the one that Jokerj is setting up for. I was just about to say that Linux was having a bit of trouble locking on to James Birdie for a knockout, but with that, James walked out of the shed anyway, so that ended that problem for him.
Yeah.
He's back. He's now got all of his clues. Just needs this Nolan Cassidy kill. He does have a Mailman disguise on. What is he thinking? Is he going to start up the barbecue? To do so, you need to go get the propane flats from the house for sale.
Yeah, and he'll need a server disguise, which we can see Joker's just grabbed as well.
Yep.
Now, as soon as he sets that up, does Nolan get triggered straight away, or does he need to go nearby first in his cycle, and then he gets triggered?
Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's actually a genuine question, because I honestly,
I was
I'm
just
not
thinking
sure.
as well. Shit, I should know that, but I don't. But does Nolan smell those burgers and come running? Now, Joker's gonna have his instinct on, and look at that. Yeah, you can see that Nolan has turned round because he was on his way into the house. I'm pretty sure Joker's gonna be really kind to the NPCs, or he's gonna give them a load of food. He's a feeder, isn't he? He's a feeder. He likes a big bird. Yeah, look at this. Nolan's coming through the gate, I think.
Yeah, and I know he very nearly got a GLB, I think, there, Linux. Had a very shaky knockout.
He did, and that's the guard outside Janice's place, isn't it? It's, it's the one that's the enforcer for it's the one that's the enforcer for Gunther as well.
Yeah.
So good to get him out of the way, even though he doesn't need him really, but he's on his way. Is Linux to go get himself the server disguise? And this dude up here, a favorite of contracts mode.
It could be a trolley guy as well, with the turns as soon as you get in that room.
Yeah, he's pacing around, isn't he? He's very much a master of ceremonies in that respect, like the dude on Scale.
Yeah, well, Linux entered like through the back door, meaning he didn't instantly turn to start a conversation with him, which did let him get behind him a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Your Joker has poisoned the food, and he is waiting for Mr. Cassidy to come over and sample his wares. He's got a load of people in front of him. He just needs to be careful on that serve button.
I was going to say, if he's already mispressed the button, it'll be worrying.
Who's ahead here, would you say?
Still gotta be Linux.
Oh, well, no, Linux has the kill and the clues, so yeah, definitely Linux. He's just put the gas in.
Linux has just got to sit here and wait for the pathing for...
yeah, but so is Joker has been waiting for Nolan for quite a while already.
Yeah.
If the same applies to Linux, Joker might have time to catch up after he gets the Nolan kill done, because the rest is pretty straightforward.
It's right there, man.
Yeah, well, I know, like I said, Nolan has to have a conversation with the barbecue owner's wife, which is that lady you can see on Joker's screen with the red and white polka dot dress. She has to speak to Nolan first, which, yeah, that's taken a long time for Joker, that. Meanwhile, Cassidy's only just at the front for Linux. He's not even entered the premises yet.
Yeah, and the chat is mentioning that you have to serve the crowd a little to make them move away so that Nolan comes up front. To speed up the process, or maybe even make it possible. So that might make a difference if Linux is doing that, because Joker hasn't been serving for quite some while now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linux. Cassidy's here now, you can see him. Yep. There we go, that's prompt done for Joker, so he can go and jump in his mailman disguise.
Yeah.
Should have enough time.
He's giving it the would you like to try my chocolate salty balls? And he's back in his mailman disguise, and he is on his way. Where the hell is he going? Don't go that way. Oh no, because of course he's still got to get the other kills. I keep forgetting that. Yes, he prioritized that kill, and he's picked himself up. That's cheeky. He's
Yeah,
starting
he's
off the
stolen
barbecue.
back that. That is so rude, Joker. Come on, man.
Yeah, he is out
He's
to
served
ruin
some
everybody's
food at the
day.
barbecue, killed
Insult
a man,
after
and then
injury
is
there.
ending the barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, fair, you've left a dead man there, but I mean, people still are going to be hungry. They're going to want to, they're going to want to have some food at his wake, aren't they?
Yeah, as soon as the dead body's cleared, then everyone's going to want these delicious fries again. I mean,
They are. But yeah, Joker doesn't have a single clue yet either. I don't mean that in the way he doesn't have a clue, as in the game clues. He hasn't picked up the. He's just picking up the lawyer letters now.
Yeah,
Got
really be
that,
able
got
to
a
catch
shovel.
up here. This could be very close, actually.
He makes it tight because
Yeah,
Nolan
well,
is
Linux.
taking his time for Linux, isn't he?
He's heading over now. He's had the conversation with the owner's wife, so he should be able to get the kill in just a second. So as long as he gets back into his disguise in time.
Where is his disguise? Is it by the shed?
In the shed,
over
in the shed
in
behind him. Yeah.
Genesis, yeah. Okay, and he's made the prompt. He's made the servant offer.
Let's hope he
Over
got
the
the right prompt and didn't get the lady there.
Ooh, bit of whoosh in the shed. Can he get there in time? He does.
Yeah, no problem.
Just needs to get out of Dodge, straight through the gate, on his way to an exit. Joker, meanwhile, has two out of 3 clues. Still doesn't have Janice dead. It's looking really good for Penguin here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets stuck on a wheelbarrow, but
who hasn't?
That happens to us all. Yeah, I mean, I've slept in my fair share.
In real life, mate.
That early Janus setup from Linux really saved him a lot of time compared to what Joker has to deal with at the moment.
Linux thinking he was going to save even more time there by opening the manhole, but didn't have a crowbar. So goes all the way to the bus stop.
Yeah, and again,
Linux
it's going to be just too far for Joker here. I mean, I'm going to let this play out just for a second, just to be triple sure, but
just to be a troll, I think that is the term. Give Joker that false hope.
But yeah, so after those painful rips on Mendoza and 4-0 behind, Linux did seem to get it all together here. And winning the next 2 maps and force an equalizer here. Very impressive.
Oh, what's that equalizer then, Fruity?
Well, the equalizer was Wilton Creek. It's 4-4 now, right?
Sorry, the decider then. Or potential decider. That's the term. It's not even the decider. It's a potential decider.
I'm waiting for admin confirmation first.
Oh,
I was using my time to type up the matchups prompt.
That's fair enough. So there we have it, everyone. That is 4-4. So we will be going to the 5th map, which is Mumbai. So a potential decider map here, guys. Unless it's a draw and we go to 5-5 and we see a 6 map. But for all intents and purposes, if someone wins this map, the match is over. So it is match point and a decider in that regard. So yeah, Mumbai as a decider. How do we feel about that?
Not good.
I'm gonna not send the spin early for one.
Yeah, don't do that.
Unless it's falling object in there.
I mean, there are worse maps for a decider, but there's not many. I would say about Mumbai. I'm not a fan of it. But well, maybe I'm looking at it through my particular player's lens rather than anybody else's. I mean, Fruity, what's your take on Mumbai? What do you feel about it? Really? Go on, be honest.
I actually kind of enjoy it for RR. Requires like the isolations are pretty standard, but it does require quite some map knowledge, learning where all the little melee items are, all the disguises are, and like
you would say that.
And timing like that, and like all the setups all together in like an efficient way, it can definitely be interesting. Especially if you throw some live kills on the Maelstrom in there, and some loud kills on either Vanya or the Wood, and it suddenly could become real tricky there.
Well, we saw it the other night actually with I forget which match it was, but there was an electrocution on Darwood, and both players went back and forth between Are they going to get him in the tower, or are they going to get him outside using the brick lore? And so yeah, it can throw up some curveballs in that respect. But,
Yeah, for sure.
But here we go. We got Jokerj with 4 points. We got Linux with 4 points. Joker was pulling away there. And Linux has come right back into it. So yeah, momentum you would say is on Linux's side.
Yeah, it's time for Joker to show some resilience here, some mental toughness, and come back from that. Because it must be playing in his head right now, right? I was 4-0 up. No way I'm giving this away, right?
You think it was a done deal. You think I've got him beat, and then yeah, they come back and punch you right in the face. Yeah, that's gonna dent your confidence a little bit, I would say.
Yeah, it's very much a mental game as well in a decider, right? Always. Like, sure, it's still performance and execution, but also like you're gonna have doubts. You're gonna doubt yourself. You're gonna fear the spin even more, especially for that last determining map point that you need. It's other forces are at play here, Gordy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, we saw you and I cast one of the finals, and Ducker came back from was it 6-0 down?
4-0 down as well. It was 4-0 down.
4-0 down and came back and won at 8-4. I mean, that's some bounce back. So yeah, it certainly can happen. And once you get on a roll, you get on a roll. Sometimes it's harder to be in front as well. If you've been leading all game, it's like, Jesus Christ, what have I got to do to put this guy away? You know, I still got to maintain this like breakneck pace.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's a test of endurance. It is a test of mental toughness, and yeah, that would explain why I've never been in a final. And but yeah, Mumbai, Mando. This is the thing. I've cast with people that were admin in a match before. I always look at, what do you want to see? And of course, we can't ask you because you already know.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm all clued in, yeah.
That's buggered it up. But Throat is here, so I can ask Throaty.
Yeah, I already know as well.
Oh, for crying out loud. Well, I'll tell you what I want to see.
Hey, Gordy, what would you want to see?
I'll tell you what I want to see. I want to see a speed run spin.
Again? Again or still?
I want to see balls to the wall going as fast as they can. I've had enough of this safe play. About time these lads took off the training wheels and started going out there and just like going triple shot panic and.
Well, it is match point for both players. And Mendo, what do we have for a potential last map?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, hopefully it is the last map for me, because I've got another game to admin soon, but we've got the Maelstrom Silenced SMG as the Metalworker, Vanya Shah Scissors as the Dancer, and Dawood Rangan Neck Snap as the Food Vendor. So, Gordy, you may somewhat have a bit of your wish here. This doesn't look super lengthy.
This is sub 3. This is new world record. And if it ain't, I'm never talking to Joker or Linux ever again.
But yeah, it's definitely not one of the most difficult spins you could get. No live kills, no loud kills. Not too
friendly.
Not too tricky
friendly.
disguises either.
Yeah, no suit requirement, but probably going to see a suit start because, like you say, no live kills, and Joker and Linux both starting out the Skywalk. We're going to see a very quick Maelstrom isolation, and again, it is a silence kill. We saw some boys last night struggle with the loud SMG. Sorry, it was a loud assault rifle.
It was loud.
it was loud,
That's
and they
the point.
kept struggling with it, trying to shoot through that window, getting Maelstrom into the position. But with this, you can just dump him there, leave him. Don't worry, he's on his own.
And the Metalworker is also very close by. I think with this spin, it's even viable to start as a Metalworker and get the Maelstrom straight away without disguise changes. But yeah, both players have isolated the Maelstrom here.
But it's known. That's why. I mean, why wouldn't you start in the Skywalk?
Oh yeah, I'm not blaming the players at all.
Well, this is what I like from Linux.
It sounded like you were.
Linux knows
I saved that for your matches, Gordy.
Linux knows that using the fuse box here by the Maelstrom isolation brings this Metalworker over here, so he's already going to be able to get this kill down.
Perfect. And that's good. He doesn't have to come all the way back into the middle of this map. And the metal worker as well is a really good disguise for traversing.
Yeah, doesn't
No,
that
not many
many?
enforcers.
Yeah.
The crows don't bother him. They know not to mess with foundry workers. I've got a couple of mates that are foundry workers in real life, and I'm not even joking. You don't mess with them. So yeah, I can understand why the crows don't mess with blokes that that play with molten metal all day long and are hard as nails that they make. So,
But yeah, Joker
yeah.
already initiated the Bricklord here, and
Mhm.
Linux has already killed the Maelstroms. So we do have a difference here from both players.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm liking the split, but I expect we'll see the brick law come any second for Linux. He's just grabbing some scissors on his way to do so, I believe.
Good call.
Yeah, nice map
He's
knowledge
going to go
there
for the
as well.
free. He's going to go for the free dancer as well.
When you say the free dancer, do you mean the star that's having a bit of a puke, Gregory Arthur?
No,
No.
he's the lead actor. That is not a
he's the lead.
dancer.
He means
That's
the one
right.
in the laundry area.
Yeah,
Yes, of course. No, of course. The lead actor is a unique disguise, as you rightly
Yeah.
point out.
Yeah.
And the free one, you say free. Obviously, he's got a trespass to get it, but it is right.
But it's
there.
on the floor. Free
Yes,
in that,
it's on the
that
floor.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't gonna pay for it. You ain't gonna knock no one out. Now,
Yeah, meanwhile,
Joker
Joker.
needs to. He's got to knock out Vanya's entourage, making sure to get her little mate because she's the one that can screw everything.
Yeah, Rima is the worst.
Yeah,
By
she
far.
has that. She has that Exorcist 360-degree head turn thing going on. And
Yeah.
Joker gets the knockout. Great guns, but
John-
obviously not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
Lot-
Vanya that
lot of
saw the
whoosh from
knockout.
Linux.
Yeah. And Linux is in the dancer disguise, doing his getting out the sewer bit.
So
Yeah,
this
we'll
is
see a
interesting,
brick wall.
right, guys? We see more setup from Linux here before initiating everything, whereas Joker just went for the KO and then straight for the brick lore and the Vanya KO. Now gonna focus on the wood, of course. So I'm really
Yep.
curious to see in the end, like, what kind of difference that make timing-wise. Who has the better idea here?
Yeah, I think so far I'd have to put Linux in the advantage just from having the kill down already. Given how easy he should have these other two, because he won't have to worry. He's already in the disguise of Vanya, and we saw him pick up the scissors, so he'll be able to do this kill straight away. Obviously,
Especially
the
the
taxi
Vanya kill
driver.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, the
didn't see,
taxi driver is a food vendor, so that is a free kill as long as he has no issues there.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Notice that Joker is going for some coins here, so he's looking for a taxi exit if and when he gets to it. Now, does he have a snail in hand? Is that how he's going to isolate Darwood? I'm probably going to guess
Yeah, I
Yeah,
yes.
that's
believe-
look it. Yeah.
Yeah, that has become the new meta.
Yeah, and she's getting pretty far away here for Linux, but he should be okay. He just picks up a snail
Darwood's on a
smuggle as well.
march. Darwood's on an absolute march for Joker there, but he's got the other taxi driver around the corner coming round with that.
No!
toss.
Linux! Oh, he missed a lock on and he killed Rima.
That's
No!
so unfortunate.
No!
Unbelievable.
Oh my god, Linux.
Oh, that is Hokkaido levels of Mogwai
God,
just
that's
locking
so
on with
unbelievable.
oh wow, he was doing so well. So a massive advantage now to Jokerj, who's coming up to 4 minutes and 50 seconds in his in-game time. The spin
well-
is now 6 minutes and 50 seconds old. Joker looking really good here because he has found the Maelstrom. He has eliminated Darwood Rangan. The Maelstrom is isolated for him.
Yeah,
That
that
is
was
It's
Shah
really
is
so
good.
isolated for
unfortunate
him.
there. Because I
So
think he
he-
was in the lead there, right? When did you
He
say?
was
Oh,
looking really good, man. He was so far in the lead, but
I mean, he had a
Tables.
snail. He had a snail, so all he had to do is what we've just seen Joker do there. Take the taxi driver who he would have got in the snail,
Yeah.
snap his neck, and he could have headed straight to the boat. So he was probably like maybe a minute and a half away.
He might even be
Maybe 2
been
minutes.
on a world record time. When I looked
Yeah,
at the
100%.
time of Buff Guy, which was 7 minutes something.
Yeah, it was definitely an option anyway.
oh wow, Linux, you poor bugger. Well, it's looking good for Joker. Joker's actually in the tower. Now, what is
Yeah.
he looking to do here?
He's going for a dance from up here, I believe.
Yeah, which is
I don't know why he's trying to get a
trickier though.
Bollywood crew there. He's going for a
not getting
Bollywood
any
crew.
attention from. He's finally got the attention of one of the tech crew.
No, he hasn't. He's not bothered to follow up on that.
No, he just buggered off. Maybe he saw the second throw.
Yeah,
he
or it
still
was
doesn't
someone
care.
from
No,
above.
he's not having the Hoover's right there. Use the Hoover.
There we go.
Okay. So you've got the
Linux,
Hoover.
meanwhile, he's redone the metalworker kill on the Maelstrom, so he's going to go and I assume he'll get the scissors, get the free dancer, and he'll be back where he was. But we definitely saw Linux. I mean, he did have a very quick in-game time.
Colored Lonely asking the question there, doesn't Joker know about the free dancer? Apparently not.
Yeah. And,
So
yeah,
he distracted the guy, then calmed him, then didn't take
And
his
then ran
disguise
away.
and just ran up. So I'm confused
Yeah.
to.
well, we're using a bodyguard type of disguise. Also picks up the scissors there as well. Let's not forget them.
Yeah, he's just trying to find a dancer now. I think he's literally just sat down there.
He must have mixed up the disguises there, right? Like the Bollywood crew and the dancer outfit. Because else why
Good,
waste
well,
the trank on him there?
Yeah, because he could have walked up in the Bollywood crew disguise. Sorry, the Bollywood bodyguard disguise.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been a problem for him. But yeah. So nerves definitely getting to both of our players here. I would say. Ooh.
Joker, that's so
Joker,
risky to go.
really. I mean, he was living on the edge there.
Yeah, I mean, he
if
could have
you're
just chain lured him into the bathroom just to at least be a little bit safer.
But then he knew there was a box there. He could change into the disguise, which is exactly what he did. Sensible as well, going down the stairs rather than the elevator shaft where you're actually trespassing or hostile. Making sure to avoid the camera.
I definitely don't think we can discount Linux here again, honestly, guys. He's just started the brick law. I mean, it's still not impossible for Linux to come
had
back
a
from
quick
this.
strat, man.
Joker does have to do a bit of running here. Now Joker didn't know about the free dancer disguise. Does he know about the free metalworker disguise? He of course has the ones that Vanya knocked out, so he could just easily go for them instead. This would be
Yeah, I mean
quicker.
that is for a different use of the word free, fairly free. Because I mean, yeah, 2 knockouts are not difficult to get. You don't really need to do any distract as such, do you? Not a big one anyway.
Yeah, my only worry here.
Not risky, I would say.
Yeah, my worry here is for Joker. If this does go to a photo finish, it depends on the time, but Linux might have an advantage with his old gen loading times potentially.
I don't see Linux coming close enough when I look at it right now, though. This is the second kill for Joker. He has the Maelstrom isolated. He just needs to get the disguise from here and run to the Maelstrom, run to the exit. I don't see Linux.
Look at that from Joker. Actually dragging Vanya out the way to make sure those scissors weren't locking onto a head he didn't want it to hit. That was pretty smart.
Joker's not KO'd these guys yet.
But he is now.
And Linux is going to lose a bit of time here just by his choice of food vendor instead of just waiting for the one to get in the snail.
Joker getting the metalworker disguise, knocking out both of those metalworkers in by the furnace, by the train yard, on his way to go and shoot the shit out of Wazir Calais, the Maelstrom. Then he just needs to get the hell out of there. And I'm pretty sure I've seen him picking up coins as well to make sure he's got a very, very quick exit via a taxi.
And doesn't have to worry about the enforcers as the metalworker, which is quite nice for him. So yeah, this
really
is looking
good disguise. He's even going to shoot. He was going to shoot through the window, but no shot there. Gets it off. All 3 kills down for Joker J. 10 minutes and 10 seconds so far into this. And he's coming up on to an exit. No, he's going for the boat. He doesn't have the coins.
Yeah.
He only had 1 coin. He doesn't have enough money. He's going to get turned away by the taxi driver. So he has to take the slow boat to China instead.
And there we have it. Green Guns exit. And now, how quickly can Linux kill the wood? And will we see a photo finish here?
Probably
I'm gonna
not.
have
I
to
mean,
leave
he's
this.
still got the ISO to do, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just let this play out because I mean it is a potential option, but I mean Darwood's got very far now,
Yeah.
and it is funny. I mean, Joker, when you watch this match, Joker, it's funny to leave him hanging for just a second as well.
Well, it's not. Yeah, but it's not very kind on Linux to make him play through the spin and believe he's got a hope.
Yeah, it's not.
No, dude.
Just the way
No. I'm calling you out.
No, it's just the way he's going about this. He's just not going to be able
But
to make it to an exit, unfortunately.
Yep.
And that's time anyway.
That's time. And Linux does get the final kill, but not within the time for it to require a count back of loading times. Joker J is your winner for this match.
And what a match that was. How close was Linux a couple of times? Let's not forget about the Mendoza fiasco as well.
Holy fuck.
And now this rip where he killed Rima with a scissor instead of Vanya. That's like two pivotal moments for him. It could have gone either way easily. It was a very cool match to watch.
Hitman all the way through that match. I think both our boys came across their own massive amounts of bad fortune.
Yeah.
And it was pure roulette in that respect, no doubt about it. There was some roulette brain, there was some roulette luck, but a cracking match. And was this a winners bracket match, Mando?
It was a winners bracket match.
Yes, it was. Sorry, yes, yeah.
Oh, great! That's cool because we aren't going to see Linux again. Because I'm glad that's not his exit from the tourney. I'm not saying he deserved to go out, or either one of these boys deserved to go out. And it's great to see that there's going to be another one.
Let's see what it does to the bracket actually. So it was a winner bracket, round 3. And we have Joker as the victor, which means he will move on to round 4, where he will face Kenny. The winner of that match will be in the semifinals of the winner bracket already, which also means like a top 3 finish guaranteed. So 1 match away from that for Joker. And Linux played very well, is far from out. Will drop down to... I can't find him.
He's going to face the winner of Soviet Jubov versus the Script Desk. So that's a good match to look out for as well.
Yeah, so he can relax a little. But yeah, he was so close. So well played from both as well. Was high level roulette here tonight, guys.
Oh, it was a cracker. I enjoyed the hell out of that. That was a great match to watch, and I enjoyed casting that. That was fun. But GG's Joker, I mean, a well-deserved